37 Jose, going once. 37-1 Claudia. 37-2 Jose. 37-3 Claudia. 37-4 Jose.
Big guys.
Do you think there's anything wrong with this auction?
No, absolutely nothing.
It's okay that there's 250 homes running through here every day?
Perfectly normal. Part of business, my friend. Part of business. Look at that nutcase right here. You guys are funny.
Hey, vultures.
Well, this is an auction for foreclosed homes. So what's happened is somebody went in and took several years of their savings, gave it to a bank. The bank created money out of absolutely nothing and loaned it to those people at interest. Some of those people, because they created way too much money, they couldn't even possibly pay it all back. It's just economically impossible. So some of those homes are being foreclosed on. So what's happening now is they're repeating the process. They're now getting new investors at a low dollar, and they're going to drive the price of the market back up, is their intent, and repopulate the market with new owners, which are the only people who have money left in this depression, which are probably going to be tied to those same bankers who had the loans that created the problem in the first place. So homeowners are being kicked out of their house while bankers make a profit, and the system that created the problem in the first place is operating right behind us.
As far as the Occupy Las Vegas movement, what are some, other than today, what do we have going on in the future?
There's an Occupy December effort, which is going to be maintaining a presence on the Las Vegas Strip for all of December, for a certain period of the day, the high traffic areas of the day, and I don't know how big it'll get.
Where and when?
It's going to be the entire Tropicana, Las Vegas Boulevard intersection. All the people walks all the way around the intersection are going to be full of Occupy Wall Street sympathizers. The first one is December 1st at 3 o'clock. We're kicking it off right outside New York, with a press conference, and then we're going to be occupying that area, signs. I don't know how big it'll get.
Cool. Well, it looks like this guy wants to take a picture of us.
No, don't take a picture of me.
No pictures, please. Please, no pictures.
Did you get any, you're one of the investors here today? You get any good deals?
No, not yet.
Do you know if they're taking Ameros in there?
Taking what?
Ameros?
What the heck is that?
It's the currency they're going to replace the Federal Reserve note.
Sir,
between Canada, Mexico, and America.
Do you see it? Do you see it?
It's the regional currency similar to the euro that's now collapsing.
Do you see anything wrong?
I'll print you all of them you want.
Do you see anything wrong with predatory lending?
No.
No?
Really? I care about this.
If you have an option to modify a loan or repossess, which one would you prefer to do?
Repossess, it's cheaper.
If you were a banker,
Plus, you get the property. That's the whole goal of the scam.
would you rather repossess or modify the loan?
That's not my problem. It's the bank's problem.
Huh, you're part of the bank. Corporate entity, 1%. Go back to your home and stay.
Hey, I'm looking for a place to live. You can help me out, man.
Las Vegas is the #1 foreclosure city in the country, and we're here to bring awareness to the people who are buying these essentially stolen homes, who are buying them from the banks, and the banks will not work with the people who are having a hard time making their payments because of our economy. And I think it's important to know that these people understand that what they're doing isn't right. There should be a boycott on buying these foreclosed homes because this is sending good, decent people out onto the streets.
Like, Americans haven't really came far. We've actually taken a giant leap back. Home ownership back in my grandmother's days and my great-grandmother's days, that was something to be proud of. You had a house, you worked hard, you paid for it, and it was yours. Now this whole system is set up so they can make more money on top of the money that they're making. They don't want you to own a house. They want you to get a loan for a house, because then that way you'll keep paying on the loans and they'll just jack up the interest rates and you can pay on that too. And when they throw you out of their house, they can sell it to another group of people with another.
We're here because this auction is symbolic of owner-occupants and families losing their homes to banks who refuse to do loan modifications. Banks who prefer to repossess, foreclose, auction, collect money on their insurance, come out not losing a penny.
I came out here just because I thought it was conceptually a good idea, and immediately had an experience that has made it so that I'm probably going to be here at least once a week. We had a woman out here talking on her cell phone gleefully about how if you buy the house, you can kick the tenants out today. These people are not the problem. These people behind me. Sorry.
Videotaping in progress. Major YouTube faux pas. You are the show now. You are the show. Get him on camera.
Main part of the problem. They are the 99 too. They're just making a living. But the system that enables this to happen is absolutely sick and is representative of everything that we're out here for.
Do you think, are we becoming a city of tenants?
I think we have become a city of tenants. My own apartment complex is a wonderful, apartment complex is a wonderful example of that. It started out 10 years ago, thrown up as cheap.
Hey, find out if they're taking Ameros in there, Channel 8.
That then went condo, because that was the cool thing to do, and is now pretty much turned back into an apartment complex because all of those units were bought as investment properties by people who are now desperately underwater. The unit I'm living in...
We're offering 2 to 1 on Ameros. Two Ameros for every Federal Reserve note.
Does the bank lose anything in this whole process of repossessing and selling to an investor?
Between the laws being tilted in their favor and the insurance they're capable of purchasing, no, not really.
I guess they had made a statement that once in a while you kind of run onto the property, then run off. The only thing that will last just to
yes, he was asked to leave and he did.
Okay, fair enough.
No one else
the only
is
thing I'll ask, sir, bottom line, it is private property, so if they ask you not to go onto it, it'll probably be better to adhere to that, because you can be heard and seen from here, and you guys are doing very well, so I don't think there should be an issue anymore. He does have the right, though, to legally trespass you if you decide to come on the property, if you don't have any lawful business. Lawful business would mean if you're actually purchasing homes or...
We're familiar with that from the other Occupy movement.
We will keep it to the sidewalk.
Okay, guys.
Most of us have been trespassing.
Fair enough. Thank you very much. Anything else, right? If you need us, call us back. Gentlemen over here, if you need us, call us.
Thanks, officer.
Thanks, officer. We're going to keep you in your homes.
All right, 3 to 1 on the Amero. 3 Ameros for every Federal Reserve note. 3 to 1 now. 3 to 1.
Is there a peso exchange here?
Yeah.
You take pesos instead of cash?
We got sold.
Get in early. I'm telling you, they will not be trading 3 to 1 when they get reissued. You will not get this good of a deal from the U.S. Mint in just less than a year.
With the Occupy movement too, here in Las Vegas. So I was just trying to get a sense of if it's like vultures or what, because I know a lot of people who are losing homes who maybe would come down here, try to get something cheap because they've been getting screwed themselves, and so just trying to have something. And so I was talking to one man here who yesterday, he had a buyer for his house, ready to pay cash and rent it back to him. And the banks gave him the runaround and said, no, 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 we're gonna put it on the block today. So he's down here waiting to see if it sells. Most of the properties are not selling. They're reverting back to what they call the beneficiary. It's like sold back to the beneficiary. It's a weird term. But so most of them are reverting back. Some get some bidding. But this guy is looking to see if his house that he's still living in either sells or doesn't. If it sells, maybe he'll try to rent it back from the people who buy it, or he's hoping that it won't sell. And then he'll stay living there for now. So that was kind of an interesting thing to get a sense. That's what I came down here to see. And